You're literally saying everything that's in my mind.
Shout out to...
You know who you are. God, my wife. God, my wife. No. I owe you big. My life is yours, bro.
Ooh, I'm available.
Don't rush.
What is the kind of way?
How was the first night after the wedding? Hello!
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Wow. The long-awaited video is finally here, Mr. and Mrs. Wonderful. We are here to bring you our wonderful story, our wonderful answers to the wonderful questions you guys asked us.
Cool. So, who are Mr. and Mrs. Wonderful? This is us. I am Mr. Wonderful. She's Mrs. Wonderful. I'm Caleb. She's Becky. All right. There's a reason. We'll give you the history behind Wonderful name later on as well. But hey, for now, this is us. We are a young Christian couple who love God, and we just want to share our story of marriage, family life, ministry, relationship, to develop and to share with you and to grow together. So this is us, and we hope you stick along with us on the journey. Cool. So, how did you guys meet, and how long was your courtship stage? Wow. Okay. How did we meet?
So we met through a friend.
Yep, through a friend. Referral.
Yeah.
It was a referral.
So we met through a friend. Shout out to...
You know who you are.
You.
I owe you, bro. I owe you, because my life is yours, bro.
How long was your courtship stage? I think it went from June 2017. So we met in May 2017.
Yep.
And our courtship was from... whatever you want to call it, courtship.
Yeah, we became serious basically from June 13th specifically.
2017.
Yep, and
so
we got married
in
April
2018. So that was under a year.
Yep.
So yeah.
Were you both praying for spouses, or did God just bring, you into each other's lives? That's a very good question.
Okay.
Were you praying? Well, personally, I found out very young that we should pray for our spouses. I think from the age of 14 when I was, and since then I've been praying about it, not literally every day, God, my wife, God, my wife. No, but, now and then in my prayers, I will say, God, wherever my wife is, whoever she is, prepare her for me and prepare me as well. So over the years, but as I got into the age of 20 and beyond, I did start praying a little bit more serious about it. Because my aim was to get married at 24. Okay, that didn't happen though. But anyway, I prayed into it. At the time that she came into my life, to be honest with you, I wasn't praying earnestly for her, saying, God, now. I was just doing what I have to do. As most people talk about, man has to be working, and lo and behold, God brought her into my life. All right.
Nice story. So I was, I wanted to get married at 25. So whilst I was in uni and everything, I was just praying to God, I want to get married at 25. By 30, I want to have all my kids. I had my life planned, but God had different plans for me. So at 25 again, it didn't happen for me as well. And I moved from Italy, came to the UK, had passed the phase of being desperate and getting married, to the phase where I was just, I was like, God, let your will be done.
God, here I am. Have your way.
I was like, praying, of course, but not like I'm desperate like I was when I was in uni and I wanted to be married at 25. Yeah, God just made it happen.
Literally. We
didn't know each other from nowhere. I mean, it just happened. But yes, a lot of prayers had gone into it, to cut the nonsense.
Yeah. So I think if you pray from a long distance, it prevents the desperate prayers at the end when you then panic and go for anyone that you find. Best advice for single season. What's the best advice for the single season?
Okay, I would say develop yourself, get to know yourself, and prepare yourself for whoever is coming into your life.
That's a very good answer. I would have said the same, but now you've said that, I would say the best thing to be is to continually be in a state of being single. It might sound a bit deep, but I've come to this understanding that the best you is when you are single. What do I mean by that? Is when you are whole, when you're complete. And that includes, like what she was saying, developing yourself, making sure that you are ready for the person that you are going to find, or your good person that's coming into your life. Because you don't want somebody to be good or great and then you come being a bum. Alright, you want to be good as well and great as well. So you want to use that time to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, financially, or the least. Alright, like I've said before, alright, wives are for husbands, women are for men. Okay, so therefore you want to prepare yourself mature, so that, you know, because there's a lot in marriage, there's a lot, you know, psychologically and all sorts that you want to be prepared for. What advice will you give to your 20-year-old self in prep for marriage? Wow, so your 20-year-old self, what advice will you give to her?
Don't worry.
You're literally saying everything that's in my mind.
Just wait on God and depend on God. Lean not on your own understanding.
Yeah.
That's what I would say, because around that age, again, as I said earlier, my aim was 25, I'm getting married, and I was doing everything possible, you know.
Going to the right places, being seen, being visible.
Ooh, I'm available.
Oh my God!
I did everything to make sure I achieved that goal, but that was not God had in plan for me. And so just depend on God. Just develop yourself, you know, stay connected to God, so that wherever He will lead you, you will, you know, follow, and you will hear that voice telling you what to do and when to do it.
I completely agree. In my story, I had one serious relationship before this one, or before my marriage, or before finding Becky, and when that came to an end, it left me very bitter, very hurt, very heartbroken. Guys, we have had heartbreaks too, alright? And I was thinking I'll never find a good woman again. And back then as well, I had a mindset that there's only the one. Okay, that's another topic anyway. But if I knew what I know now, I would, like my wife was rightly saying, don't worry. You know, as long as you're in God's plan, you have to remain in God's plan. Don't try and, you know, create a detour and try and deviate from God's plan and make up your own routes. No, stay in God's plan, and at the right time, He makes all things beautiful.
Amen.
So don't rush. All right. Don't rush. How do you manage your finances as a couple? Please, do you have a joint account?
Okay.
First of all, let me get this out there. I don't personally agree that men have to be in charge of finances, because we all have our strengths and weaknesses. And
but who says that?
That's what some people believe. Some people believe that because you're the man of the house, you're the man of the family, you bring the bacon. No, women too bring some bacon, all right? Sometimes some better bacon. All right, so no, I believe that whoever is good at a particular thing, let them manage it, or, you know, supervise it or oversee it, or whatever it is. And in our marriage, she's the CFO. All right, she's better with money than I am, so I have no shame in giving that responsibility, or that you know, management. So she's our CFO.
Okay.
Yeah. So how do you manage your finances?
Yeah. So there should be transparency.
100%.
Yeah, transparency.
We don't have a joint account, but whatever we get, we make sure that we all, you know, we sit down and we go through it. So she has access to my bank account, online banking. She has to all my account details, and I have access to hers as well. So when the money comes in, you know,
we sit down we have our budget,
monthly budgets. Yep.
So we go through it. We allocate where every money is going, or like we divide where
expenses. Basically.
Yeah, the expenses. Yeah, we put them together, and then we see what is left, and then that is it. So we don't necessarily have a joint account, but all the money comes together anyway. Yeah, so we have a place where we put all the money that we know we are going to save, and we have where all the expenses will come out from. But yeah, there is nothing like a joint account that, oh, bring this and bring it, that we are putting in there. This is how it works for us. For other people, it's different, you know, things works for them. And so whatever works for you, definitely go for it. There is no fixed way of doing things in terms of finances. in marriages, I think.
Find your best model and go with it. How do you divide responsibilities between you? Okay, responsibilities. You know what? Let's add it to the next question as well. Because the next question is, how do you ensure roles are distributed, or do you just follow the typical Ghanaian way? Ghanaian way.
What is the Ghanaian way?
What is the Ghanaian way? So yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Well, since we got married, we never sat down and said,
you will do this, I will do that.
Nah.
No.
It's just natural, really. And the reason I say natural is because we are both in this marriage, we know what is best for us. We know what we want. So, for example, if I go to the kitchen and there's stuff in the sink and it needs washing, I'm not gonna say it's her place. I'm not meant to be here. No, I will wash it. If there's time that I need to cook, I will cook. I need to clean, I'll clean, and she will do the same as well.
Yeah,
you know, so we don't specifically say this is yours and yours only. Don't come into my section. I will come to your. No. What, you know, if you walk into your house, okay, and there's dirt on the floor, I wouldn't say because it's her responsibility to clean, I will not pick it up. It's my home too, and because I want my home to be nice and pleasant, I will pick it up. You understand? So, just.
And besides, so I don't think there is, you know, I mean, in the times we are in, there should be specific rules for, you know, people in you know, in the marriage. I mean, if something happens, so if I'm sick, if we divide the roles and I'm like, oh, I'm the one in charge of whatever, he's in charge of whatever, and then I'm sick and I can't do that, what happens to that thing?
Exactly.
So if I'm in charge of cooking and then I'm sick, are we not going to eat?
No food.
So so we haven't done that.
Yeah, and this is working for us.
And it's working for us. For some people it might not work and they'll have to divide, you know, the roles, but
marriages are unique.
Yeah.
Okay, so find what works
and it
best
is how
for you.
you make it.
Exactly.
There is no standard rule, you know, apart from what is in the Bible, obviously.
Yeah. There's some principle stuff that you can't get rid of. There's no Ghanaian way in this house, okay? Even though we are both Ghanaians.
Yeah, and I don't know the Ghanaian way. The typical.
I'm guessing they mean, for example, lady cooks.
Man watching TV.
Man watching TV.
And eating.
And eating. And hoovers probably. And then works, and then you are home midwife. I'm going to say midwife. Housewife.
Okay.
No. We both do whatever is needed to do to keep this family going.
Yeah.
All right. What are your biggest challenges? Wow.
Challenges.
Our biggest. When we first got married, I think our biggest challenge was being open with each. Not being open, but the fact that you are open to each other.
Yeah.
And therefore, she sees everything of mine, and I see everything of hers. So therefore, there's no hiding.
Well, I would say, you know, the first few months of marriage where we have come from two different backgrounds and we are all of a sudden living together. And so things that he would do and I'd be like, why is he doing that? And for him, it's normal. And things that I would do and he would be like,
Is this girl, what's she doing?
Yeah, so it's that phase of adjusting phase.
Yep.
Yeah, that was quite a challenge. But since then, obviously, once we learn how to, you know,
adjust,
adapt.
adopt. I mean, there are challenges every day. There are new challenges every day.
Yeah.
You know, every phase of marriage or
comes with its
own
challenge.
challenge. You know, so.
But nothing big that we can't handle.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's the key thing. As long as you're both willing to make things work, no challenge is too big for you, especially when God is on your side. How was the first night after the wedding?
We know who sent this question.
And it's debatable. Are you saying the first night after this wedding? So the wedding was on a Saturday. So the first night after the wedding, do you mean the wedding day or the? I don't get what you mean.
Either way, the first night after the wedding. So since you want to know, the first night we slept.
Exactly.
We were tired.
Exactly.
I mean. So.
I mean, we're married, right? We're married, so you know.
What do you do at night? You sleep, don't you?
Exactly. Naughty
So
boy.
we slept.
Naughty boy.
We slept on the following day. It was Sunday and we went to church.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
does that answer your question? Are you happy?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess on the first night, yeah, it was a very, very different night because I was no longer sleeping by myself.
Yeah.
Neither was she, and therefore, yes, I'm not a piece of wood. Neither is she.
Oh my gosh! What is he on about?
So,
Let's go to the next question.
What had
please.
to happen happened basically. What have you learned in these 2 years that you didn't know before? What have you learned in these 2 years that you didn't know before?
Okay, I would say, not that I didn't know. I knew that there was going to be a lot of compromises in marriage.
Yeah.
And surely there has been, but not something that I didn't know about, because through counseling and everything they keep telling you these things. So I knew that. So when I said that, okay, the person even specified aside compromising. So
aside compromising, yeah. So aside compromising. No, okay, hold on. There's two different questions here. What is the number one thing you have learned in 2 years of marriage that you didn't know aside compromising?
Yeah.
And what have you learned in these 2 years that you didn't know before?
Oh, right.
So two different questions.
Okay. Well,
so,
I'll put them together.
You can put them together.
Yeah, I think I've learned to be tolerant. What are you trying to say? Is that not true?
Is it?
No, really. Don't mind him.
No, the truth is, I mean,
I'm still learning. Maybe.
Yeah, we're still learning.
Maybe.
We're still learning. It's a never ending.
Yeah, it's a learning curve every day.
Every day. Yeah, it's new things every day.
I mean,
today I'm like, oh. Tomorrow I'm like, oh. All right. So now there's learnings along the way every day. But the truth is, you learn something new about a person every single time that you have to adapt to, or that you have to address. Okay. Once you see something about the person that you don't like, it's best to address it or adapt to it, or learn how you can move on together with it. Because yeah.
I think one thing that I've learned, again, not that I didn't know that I had to do, is basically, when there are issues, when there is whatever it is, trying not to take it outside.
Yeah, I'm not saying we know everything. Okay, because we both know what we want, and because we are both willing to work towards it, we are able to, overcome every challenge, really. So there are new things every day. There are new things every day that you have to learn, but it's just a matter of addressing it or adapting to it. And that one thing we've brought into our marriage is see it, say it, sort it. All right. So if I do something that she sees that she doesn't like, says it, and then we speak about it, we discuss it, and then it's gone. Then letting things drag. All right.
Yeah. What did you do in your singleness that helped you
buy your property now?
Buy your property now. I would say saving.
Big time.
Yeah, saving towards it. If you aim to get your property, the only way to go is to save and to work on your credit score as well.
Yeah. Very important. I personally have a great score on credit reports, but when you realize doing everything possible to try and fix it in time and not let it drag, because it can have some very, very long-lasting damages to your account and to your credit. And also, what I would say is, for my wife, she had a NISA.
Yeah.
All right, so that helps towards buying a property as well. So the government gives you a certain percentage.
Yeah, there are different schemes of NISA out there, so look out for them.
Look into all these properties.
There are lots of things that you could do to start if you want to buy your property in the future, in the nearest future. So look into what the banks have got to offer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much. Okay, I heard that women, or the woman, has to support the vision of the man. So what happens to hers? Wow,
okay.
Wow, some serious questions here. I'll let you start this one.
Well, I would say that we both, when we both met, we both had our visions and our goals and things that we wanted to achieve in life, and we realized that they weren't so much different.
Not too far apart.
Yeah, they were not too far apart. So no one has shown their vision to follow the other one's vision. First of all, because of how we've got similar mindsets and similar goals we want to achieve. But then once we become one in marriage, what is yours automatically becomes mine. So there is nothing like her vision and my vision. We put it together. We see how we can, achieve both of them together. Where it is possible for two different visions to be merged into one, we do it. If it's not possible, we try and achieve,
prioritizing.
Yeah, and exactly prioritizing what is best to do, when to do it, and how to do it. I don't know if that answers the question, but
perfect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's cool. How have you found managing a business together? Right. So, again, visions. This was her vision actually with regards to the personalization business that we have, Wonder Rakami. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook, all right, Wonder Rakami. Basically, it's actually working for our good. It's actually to our benefit because we get to spend time together while we're still doing business.
Yeah.
Some people will disagree that, they're able to work together as couples on a business, but for us, it works for us. In the case whereby I'm working and I'm out of the house, for long hours in the days and all that. When it's business time, it's at home. It's a home business, so therefore we can be together and do it together. And we have different skills that complement each other and helps the business move forward as well. So there's certain things that she's great at and things I'm great at. So then we identify the skill sets and we let each other shine in those skill sets. And it's working for us by God's grace.
Yes, it is.
We're getting bigger and we're growing. So yeah.
So check us out and place your order and let's do business together.
Yep. How do you navigate spending time with each other with full-time jobs, etc.? Yeah, again, that one, to be honest with you, is not easy. It is not easy, I would say, but it's a matter of making time. At the beginning, we realized that certain things, for example, when the business was not in place, we had a bit more time, we could do a lot more things. But when that comes in, if you're not careful, you forget how things were before, and therefore you don't seek to bring those moments back. But then we realized that the business was eating into our time, and therefore being able to say, okay, you know what, let's pause business for now. Let's do this. Let's go out for a date. Let's do that. So it's about making time.
Yeah, that's it.
I find you two very interesting. Oh, thank you. I find you two very interesting and your marriage attractive. Wow. I can imagine young single people looking up to you and wishing for a beautiful marriage like yours. Amen. My question is, how long did you take to date before knowing that you were perfect for each other?
Okay. So I think this goes back to what we answered previously regarding how, what was the question?
How long was the courtship period?
Yeah.
I mean, for us, again, every relationship is different, but for us, less than a year, and plus we were at the stage of maturity whereby we knew we didn't want to play around anymore, and therefore I'm not trying and error anymore. Okay, I know what I want, so therefore when I find somebody who has the things that I want, I can go for it. And as long as we're both on the same page, we can agree to move forward together, and that's what we did. When I asked her, I'm ready for a serious relationship, which goes towards marriage, she was like, she told me that, and I was like, well, that's what I'm looking for as well. So hey, let's go. All right. So yeah, once you see that you are both in agreement with what you want to commit to each other, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Everyone's time frame is different.
Exactly. People date for years and then they get married, and the next day they are done with it already. People meet and the next day they get married and they are good and they are doing well. So there is no fixed time
template or time or so
to wait. But that's what worked for us. When you know
exactly.
After you've prayed about it and you are just waiting on God, when it happens, when the right person comes, because that peace that joy that comes with it,
yep.
it becomes yours, and you don't need to struggle to understand, oh, is this one for me? Okay, and you'll be checking, list, and when you know, that's what I would say.
Honestly, it's hard to believe it when you're in that single stage, but trust it, when you know, you do know. All right, thank you very much for that compliment as well. It's very encouraging. Thank you. Secondly, how did you know this person is God chosen for you? Wow. What did you see in each other to be convinced they are for you? So how did you know this person is God's chosen for you? For me, I'll say, like I said, at that moment when she came into my life, I wasn't desperate saying, God, give me someone now. No.
Are you sure you were not doing that?
No, I wasn't. I was actually very comfortable, appreciating my singleness, or my single season. And I was just enjoying myself, doing what I like to do. Bear in mind, that's the only time, you can do whatever you want to do. All right, so I was enjoying that moment. Obviously, after the previous events, but then I was praying about it, but not desperately. And God just orders our steps. He ordered our steps. She moved into London, to UK from Italy. She went to Watford. My friend met her. He contacted me. Boom, boom, bash.
So everything worked together.
For the good, of those who love the Lord. Yeah, all things work together for our good, and by God's grace, we are here now. 2 years down the line, many more to go.
Yeah, well, to me, I would say that, I was praying about, marriage. I wasn't desperate, but at the same time, there were things that I was asking God to, to bring my way, that whoever this person will be should have these qualities, these, characteristics. And so
was that and more? Let's just say that.
Okay, if that makes you feel better, please go for it.
Yeah.
But so many of the things that I asked God for in a man or in a husband, he had them. So I believe that's how I knew that, this is an answered prayer.
Exactly, the peace. Yeah. All right. Well, wow. That is it.
Yeah,
that is it. Thank you ever so much for sending those questions through. We really appreciate the support that you guys show to us, and the love is deep. We feel it. All right.
And we hope that you've got to know us a bit more than you knew. If you have any other questions at all, or if you think we're not clear on a question that you asked, just leave us a comment, and we will do well to get back to you. Yep.
The aim is to try and get a little bit more regular with our videos. All right. We're hoping to bring something new to you again very soon. But for now, thank you for watching this. We hope you you enjoyed watching this video, and we hope, like my wife said, it gave you a bit more exposure into our lives, who we are, and we look forward to hearing from you more. So for you to do that, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit that bell, so whenever we release a new video, you are in the know.
First to get it.
Yeah. Comment and share. Let's grow together, and let's see this wonderful family grow to what God wants us to be.
Let's leave them with this. We have news for you, so watch this space. There is news.
Dun, dun, dun. Alright guys, we love you all. Have a blessed day, evening.